Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin. I'm an artist, a mom. I'm also an entrepreneur. I have my own wine club business. I'm also a part-time wine educator. So I'm going to show you exactly how much money I made from my art launch. And I'm also going to go over the expenses, kind of like the highs and lows, and if it was actually worth it for a program as well. So it's a busy time mixed with all kids' activities. The kids are 5 and almost 3. And through all of this, I am trying to paint. And funnily enough, I'm starting a YouTube channel because I have so much time, right? If you're a creative person or you are just someone trying to start your own business from home, within the little cracks of time that you have here and there, I hope that I can be a bit of an inspiration to show you that it can be done. So I have seen many other moms or full-time workers, caretakers, that kind of thing, living their dream and wanting to do something on the side and being successful with it. So we're gonna try it. There's a fly that keeps flying by me. I just finished this painting over here. I still have my muddy water that I haven't cleaned up yet. But you might hear my dog again breathing in the background. There's some thunder and lightning going on, so there's a couple stressed out pups here, but they'll be okay. So I don't normally do this. I don't share a lot about my life typically. But since starting a YouTube channel, everyone says share your story, be transparent, and a lot of people I've heard have said that. So I am here trying something new. So I want to be as transparent as possible because I want to help people going through this as well. I also love watching other YouTube channels and other artists share their journey. It makes me feel like this goal is achievable. My goal is about $2,000 a month revenue consistently. I know that's going to take a little while. I'm going to hopefully build up to that. That's the goal. And there's going to be ups and downs, but I think consistently I'd like $2,000 revenue a month. But yeah, to see other artists share and be transparent about what they're actually making, whether it's at art shows or with their art launches online, it's really helpful and it's really inspired me and kind of motivated me to try because I'm like, oh, I feel like those numbers are achievable. So some people making, I don't know, $1,000 at an art market, or like a couple $1,000s during an art launch. So this was just my first one, but I think it still went really well for what I thought. And I'm really happy about it. And I know there's room for improvement, obviously, as with anything. But yeah, so I'm here to share. So I'm going to show you exactly the amount that I made during my first art launch, which happened in July, mid July. I was like, what month are we in right now? I'm so lost. So for my art launch last month, I had been working off and on my paintings since December. And if you watched my last video of my, I guess, origin story and what brought me back to painting, there was obviously times where I wasn't feeling very good health wise, maybe mentally. And there was just no time between like getting blood work, going to see the doctor, trying to find the energy to paint and time while also taking care of the kids and trying to make meals for my family and all of the stuff in between. Also teaching during that time, running my wine club as well. There were weeks at a time where I just did not feel good. I felt quite ill and I did not feel like painting whatsoever. So there was a couple chunks of time of like 3 and 4 weeks where I didn't paint anything. So from December until July, I just kind of kept pushing off my art launch because I think my original goal was March to get my art out there. And once I went through the the health stuff. I said there's no way that I'm going to get this done by March, so I'm going to have to push it months out. And so I did, which was good because it put enough pressure on me to get back into things, especially when I was feeling better after my surgery and everything. But it also gave me enough time to not be super stressed about it. Obviously, the days leading up to it, it's always like frantic and getting the last minute things done. But in terms of like finishing paintings, I had about 12 original paintings that I put up, and I felt good about that. I had looked it up to see what was a good number, and it was like 10 to 12 is a good amount for a launch. They also suggest that the internet suggests that you pick a theme, and so my theme was like landscape because I love doing landscape art, and so it was more like landscape and nature. And so a couple of my paintings are back here, as you can see, this sunset one, a couple little, this is, I still love this one. It's still available. It's so cute. Like I kind of don't want it to sell because I love it so much. It's one of my favorite ones. It's so cute. It's so small, but I love it. And then one of my other favorite ones, but it's funny that, like I said, I think in my first video, that you find out that consumers have so many different tastes, and we are very bad judges of what is going to sell. Like I thought those are going to be gone first, and they are still available. So if you think they're cute, they're still there to be yours. Maybe one more. I have this one available too. This one I put in a little frame. 12 paintings that I worked on in about a time frame of 6 months. So I think that's pretty good for what I was going through and just the lack of time that I had and how I was feeling at the time. They were priced approximately between like 200. Well, I had two smaller ones, like this tree, for about $65. That's done on wood. One of those sold. I had two of those, but that was $65. And then I had the 8x8 square one. This one is purchased actually by a family member. Thank you. Those 8x8 ones were about $225 that I sold those for. And so what does that take me to? That's a pretty high price per square inch. So I think if you're just starting off, the internet suggests like kind of I think it's like $1 to $2 per square inch, which would have taken me to about $130 for those, which if I really wanted to have them fly off the shelves and push them, then maybe I could have put that, and like sometime maybe they'll go a little bit on sale if they are sitting for a while. But I went with 225. I thought it was a pretty reasonable price for them, with the option to add a frame to it as well. So that's about $350 per square inch, which is above the like beginner category, but I just felt like they would sell. And I think people really liked them, especially I got a lot of feedback when I was posting it on Instagram of how people liked them. So a lot of people loved what I was painting, which was really great. So if you're posting beforehand, that was the goal, to get paintings out there beforehand just to see if I could create some buzz. So I had been posting since December, January, to kind of push some of the stuff that I was working on. So it was good to get that feedback. So I would definitely suggest getting the word out there, because you don't want to just pick a date for your launch and then not advertise it, because no one will show up. So kind of created some buzz around it. Then I had some bigger originals, 16 by 20 landscape originals, and those I was selling for $600. And I haven't sold any of those yet. I had 3 of those available. So I think I have to do a little bit of reconsidering of maybe the price, or I think I just need to advertise them a little bit more. So that was a problem. I also had prints, and I had prints of almost everything except I haven't put up the 16 by 20 prints yet. I think I also ran out of time on those, and I was just like, I will do it after the launch date. So I might push for those prints to like be dropped or launched in the fall, just to kind of get a little bit more buzz on it before Christmas to see if anybody wants prints on those. But I did decide to go with print on demand for my prints, which let me tell you, was a game changer. If you are busy and you don't have the time to be packing up your orders, you don't want to hold inventory on like packaging, Gelato was amazing for that. Gelato is the print on demand site that I used. Like, there's a fly. Get up here. Why? 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 I don't want you. Yeah, get it, Lila. Get it. My dogs hate flies. Hopefully they snatch it. Did you get it? The print on demand, that was a game changer because if I had to do all that behind the scenes, I think I would have been way too overwhelmed and people probably wouldn't have gotten their orders for a while, honestly. So it was much less stressful, which is what I needed in my life. And just one more mention before I go into the actual sales, but I definitely struggled a lot with imposter syndrome before the launch of like, is anyone even going to show up? Is anyone going to buy anything? Do people even like my work? Is it even good? Like, I was just definitely second guessing like the quality of stuff and just obviously making excuses and getting into my own head. So I had to try to just push all that aside and say, I'm just going to launch it. Like, they don't have to buy something if they don't want to. So if other people can do it, why can't I? Right? So there's got to be someone out there that likes my work. It just needs to get into the right hands. So now the part that you are probably here for is to hear how much I made in my first art launch. And that number is, I'm going to read off of my spreadsheet. That number is $1,739.05. Woo! So I was actually thrilled with this. Like that pays my mortgage payment and plus more. I mean, that's not profit, that's revenue, but my expenses were actually quite low. Like my biggest expense would have been the print on demand, like what I paid, and that was about $350. Then on top of that was like some shipping fees that I had to pay for my originals being shipped out. What Wix took, I used the Wix, so they take a small percentage of sales that go through that. And then like canvases and paint and all that kind of stuff is all mixed in as well. But so my total profit was about $1,371.56. So again, that's my mortgage that's paid for that month, which was amazing. So I was thrilled. My husband was like, yeah, that's a mortgage payment. Like, good job. So anytime a sale came in, we just celebrated. We're like, woo, sale, which was great. A lot of it was family at first, friends, which is great. And then there were a few people who I haven't talked to in years or were like friends of friends who ordered stuff as well. And just some of those little orders came trickling in, and I was just so grateful. It was so nice to, like, it's one thing for your family to purchase. I'm like, oh man, like, Dad, don't buy all my stuff. But he also is getting a commission from me sometimes. So thanks, Dad. To see people who you don't know and it got into other people's hands or brains that you were doing this art launch and they liked your work, like that's pretty cool for new people to see your work. So that was a really good boost of like, okay, there's people out there that will buy your work. Like people love all sorts of things. The other thing is that my profit doesn't factor in my hours. Like, I didn't pay myself for those hours. I was just like, I am going to be excited if I make a profit or if anyone buys anything. That is a win to me for my first launch, which I think is great for being through the roller coaster of the past 6 months and then getting that out into the world and on the internet was the main goal for me, and just pushing past imposter syndrome and procrastination and everything. So getting that out was the goal, and like any sales or any profit on top of that was a bonus. So one of the things that took the most time as well was setting up my website and just making sure that every original had high quality photos, and that I had high quality photos so that I could turn those originals into prints as well. So obviously the higher quality the photo, the better the print for the print on demand company. So getting all of that sorted and just making sure all those little details were correct, making sure that the sizes were correct on my website, the description, a return policy, shipping policy, making sure my website charged for shipping fees, like all these little like back end things that when you're about to launch, you're like, I'm just going to put my stuff up. It's going to be great and easy. And then all those little details take a long time. So I learned so much during that time, and I hope to make a video coming up on like Wix and what to do in the background, because I feel like I did a lot of little tricks my own, but it was overall easy. But it took some time to read and to watch a few videos on how to do things on the website builder. So, and how to connect gelato and that kind of thing. So I think in the future I would do a video on that stuff for anyone who wants to launch their own art or creative business or whatever you're doing from home. So one of the things that did go well, and everyone online preaches this as well, they say, start your email subscriber list. And so I tried to start mine fairly early, probably in March when I was thinking about doing my launch for the first time. I think I made a few Instagram posts from March till like April, May, June, saying like, if you want to join my subscriber list, you'll be the first to know about my art launch. You'll be able to have 24-hour access. So it's growing. I was shocked at that as well, to put that out there onto Instagram, and I was getting people who I didn't know. They were like, sign me up, and friends of friends, and which was great. So I think I have maybe 20 to 30 subscribers on my email list right now. They also say that subscribers, you get a bigger engagement rate with subscribers because it's going directly to their inbox, and they are the ones that have already expressed that they want to know more. And so this was true. Many of my subscribers on my list were the ones who ordered and purchased something from me. So that is definitely a big learning outcome here as well. Um, listen to the people who have done this before, and I'm glad that I did. I'm glad I started that list. So if you're thinking of having an art launch coming up, start your list ASAP. Like, put it on your next Instagram post, Facebook, whatever. Just say at the bottom, if you want to know more about it, send me your email or whatever. Okay, so was it worth it? Overall, was it worth it? And I think yes. I think 100% yes. The fact, I already mentioned this, but the fact that I did it and that I made my subscriber list, I put it out into the world, my paintings, like that's one of the biggest roadblocks for people, is just getting your work out there, because it's so intimidating to put your work and what you love doing in front of people. But like I said, there's so many people in the world. Everyone has their own personality and ideas and what they like. And that has been a game changer for me and my mindset of like, someone is going to like this. Someone in the world, 8 billion people, someone is going to find this and like this. So I think just having a successful launch and making money off my art, like that was just such a big motivation. And like this, I'm going to sell as well. And then my commission coming up, and then I have another commission inquiry. So I'm not going to take too many commissions. We can talk about that another time, but it's just exciting that people saw my work and are like, hey, can you do something like this for me or for my client or whatever? So it's exciting and momentum is starting to build. And I've learned so much from the past 6 months that I definitely think it's a win. And I think you should go for it because if anything, you learn so much and maybe it will just help get over this imposter syndrome and procrastination. So try to set a date and stick to it. And yeah, just go for it. Go for it and let me know. Tell me in the comments and I will come check out your website. I will come check out your videos. Like just let me know. I would love to see. This video is getting long. So that is the end of my video and I hope this helped someone out there. So please let me know. Did you make any money from your first art launch? Are you planning to have a first art launch? If you want to check out my website, www.erinhampsonart.store, and you can have that little cutie if you want. Or don't take it from me because I like it so much. But I would love for it to find a forever home. I want someone to have it who loves it as much as I do. Okay, thanks for being here. Bye, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, Lila.